Hey y'all, it's Graham. Wanted to do a brief update here and just tell you about kind of like the epically craptastic day that I had today. Um, I got my name change paperwork done back in July, end of July, and kind of slowly been changing everything over. And I had done the name change part of it for my license and all a while back, but at the time I couldn't get the gender marker thing changed because you have to have your doctor sign off. And the doctor that I was going to, and I'm still going to, was moving offices, and she wasn't taking appointments for a few weeks. So I had to wait a little bit and, then go see her and blah, blah, blah. So none of that was the problem, but in California, you can go online and you can go to the California DMV website and basically print out all sorts of forms, and it makes it a little easier, because you can just walk in there with the document, hopefully, that you need, and you don't have to like wait for them to give you a form or go there to get the form, except in this case. So I took a good chunk of today to go to the DMV to turn in my paperwork for gender marker change. And I learned after waiting in line for 2 freaking hours at the DMV that the form that's on the California website is wrong. Apparently, they have issued a new form that replaces the one that's on the website, and they haven't taken the one down that's online, nor have they put the new one up. So when you go online to the California DMV, you print it out, you take it to your doctor's office, have your doctor, sign it, stamp it, whatever, fill it out so you can get your gender marker changed. Then, at least in California, you have to go to the DMV and, wait there for forever, and finally you get seen. And so, yeah, I go up to the thing, I'm doing my stuff, I have what I think is all my correct paperwork, and I knew something was wrong, because, like, the clerk was like, well, hold on. So she like goes and gets a manager person or whatever, and she's like gone for like a really long time, and I'm like, oh crap, what the hell is going on here? So then she comes back and she's like, we can't do this because this form is this form is unacceptable. And I was like, excuse me, what do you mean? And she's like, well, it's not the right form. I'm like, well, I just printed it off from your website like a week ago, and that's what it says. And I was like, I also followed, like some information from like the Transgender Law Center here in California, and they directed me to this link, and it's wrong. And she was like, well, this form is obsolete. It's been replaced by this other handy-dandy form that the only place you could get it right now, because it's not online, is to come into our offices and get. So by this time, I'm just like, nah, I'm just so pissed. So I'm like, okay, here's the other form that I have. It's signed by my doctor. Obviously, I have doctor's approvals for this. Can we take this form and attach it to the new one and send it off? And of course she's like, I don't know. So I'm like, well, maybe your manager would know, maybe someone would know. So she goes and gets this other person, and the other person's like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, so since I didn't do anything wrong here, this is not my fault. It's not my fault that your website isn't updated. And, I spent 2 hours of my time to take off work and come over here and waste time in your stupid offices, Sorry, my screen wasn't active for a second and it blacked out. So anyway, because I spent time here for 2 hours, I did everything I thought I was, supposed to do right. How is this my fault? And so they both go away wherever DMV workers go to go talk to somebody, and I'm just like sitting there going, shit, and I'm texting to my partner, like so pissed off. And they come back. And they come back with like the paper temporary license. It's just the piece of paper that says, this is a temporary license and it expires on so and so date. And okay, so this paper license is correct. It has my chosen name, it has gender marker of male, everything's great. And I go, okay, so is this, all I need to do? And she's like, well, we don't know that it's going to go through. We're going to give you the temporary license, and you have to wait up to 90 days to get this processed. I was like, what? It usually takes like 2 weeks. And she's like, well, no, because we have the wrong form and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, if I go to my doctor's office again, get this filled out, and take it to you, does it still take 90 days? And she's like, well, yeah, because it just takes longer to get your gender marker changed. And I know that that's BS because I've known people who have done it and they've gotten it all back within a few weeks. So I'm like, okay, at least give me my original license because, it's a good photo ID. Well, I had punched a hole in it, like they do when like you get rid of one license and you get a new one. So now it's not valid. And all I have is this piece of paper. The piece of paper says, my name, like I said, the gender marker on there, but it doesn't function as an actual, like, photo ID. So, I mean, I hope it doesn't cause too much trouble. The expiration date on this paper one is, like, at the end of February, and, she's like, I should hear something within 60 days. So, I guess, for right now, I just have this, I just have this stupid paper one, and I don't have like a real license anymore. Um, so I guess we'll see what the hell happens. I was like, so what if you send it off and it doesn't get approved? And they're like, well, they'll mail you a form, and then you'll have to take that to your doctor's office and have them fill it out. And I was like, do I have to come back here and waste my time again? They were like, no, you could just mail it in. So at least there's that, I guess. So, I don't know. I'm just really freaking irritated because I did everything right. I did everything the way I'm supposed to, and I don't think it's my fault that, the state of California can't freaking update their DMV website in a timely manner. So, yeah, it was a less than stellar day because of that, and I'm still fuming about it, obviously. Um, so I guess the only bright side of this story is I do have a piece of paper now that says M. We'll see how long this goes. They went ahead and sent me through the line to like get my picture taken or whatever, and you know that was easy. I mean, the clerk there was nice and was like, "Okay, sir, we'll go over there, we'll take your picture, blah blah blah." So that wasn't a problem, but it's just like, is everything I did today going to be completely like for nothing, and I'm going to have to go over and do it all over again? So I guess I'll see if I get something in the mail from DMV in the next 60 days. Otherwise, at the beginning or at the end of February, I have to go back and, you know, try to do the whole stupid thing again. I don't know. I'm still trying to also, I need to get stuff changed over with bank accounts and like my cell phone and just, all that paperwork stuff. And now I don't know if they'll take that temporary license. I don't, because it's not a photo ID. So I don't know. I mean, I've got my social security card that's listed with my social security number being changed. I've got the court, basically change of name affidavit. So hopefully that'll be enough. But I'm just really irritated. So anyway, that's what's going on here. Sorry, it's not a very happy update, but if you live in California, don't trust the DMV website. Go to the DMV and request the form in person. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get this fixed, but yeah, go to a DMV, request the form in person, then take it to your doctor for them to fill out, and then go back. So unfortunately, you can't just print it off from home until they fix this particular problem. So anyway, if there's any California guys out there that are thinking about doing this, hopefully this might be helpful for you. So, all right, bye.